would be the best way to help stimulate the economy and add jobs? Let's ask tonight's panel. Angela McLoughlin is a Republican strategist. Rick Newman of U.S. News and World Report. And from Los Angeles, Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall. Two of my favorite people on earth. And Rick, you're not so bad yourself either. All right, I want to start with you, Rick. From what you've heard tonight, will this add any confidence to the business community? That's been the biggest complaint we've heard here really over the last 3 weeks to a month, that there's just no confidence that what they'll see next year in terms of taxation is going to be there. They're not sure what it's going to look like.
I don't think this will change business confidence at all. It feels like ad hocery, and it's clearly driven by the election, not by the real needs of the economy. Let's remember one thing. The main reason companies are not hiring people is not because of tax policy in Washington. It's because their business is down. They are not going to hire people for any reason if their business doesn't go up. So they need that to happen. That just means we just need the entire economy to pick up. The Bush tax cuts have to be dealt with. I mean, it's really appalling that just really 3 months now before these expire, nobody knows what their tax rate is going to be next year. I mean, that has to get done. And I think if we can get that done before the election, we'll be like, I don't think anything else is going to happen.
Leslie, these measures that we're kind of painting a picture of right now, whether it's a tax holiday, payroll tax holiday, the permanent extension of the R&D tax, is this enough, or is this just a step in the right direction in your mind?
Well, I think it's a step in the right direction, and I think some programs that actually Democrats liked and Republicans made fun of us for, such as Cash for Clunkers, which we saw really helped people purchase automobiles, and we also saw that giving people an incentive for first-time, the tax credit for first-time home buyers. These are little pieces. I think we need to look outside of that box, though, quite frankly, and I think we need to really look at some military spending. Yes, we're pulling out of Iraq, but we have more money going to Afghanistan and to a lot of conflicts throughout the world when we have a huge conflict, economically at least, and border-wise, et cetera, here at home. And these are other areas where funds could be saved and be diverted. I do agree with Rick that the people in the small businesses, I'm a small business owner of 2 companies, aren't hiring because right now it's the state of the economy. But I have to say also we need to look at there were not jobs created with the Bush tax cuts, so I'm not sure to continue with those is the best interest of the American people to create jobs.
The CBO has reported that if we extend the Bush tax cuts, that in 10 years that our debt will tremendously go down. That's number one. Number two, the reason why we're even having this debate, because we've known for a long time that the Bush tax cuts were going to go out and that we would have to renew them. It's because of the election. It's because of the Tea Party, and it's the fact that even Sabato predicted today that in the House you were going to win 47 seats and maybe in the Senate 8 to 9 seats. So it's all political, and all of this talk, is it going to help corporation confidence? Is it going to help business confidence? No.
Leslie, Chris, I would even argue that tax cuts won't help business confidence. Business owners are smart. They know that when they run their own businesses, if they just take on debt, they have to pay for that down the road. Washington is not doing that. I think one of the reasons they've completely lost confidence in Washington is they're just simply not solving problems. Tax cuts are going to have to be paid for in the future. Anybody who runs a business knows that. And these days, they're just sitting there saying, when is this hammer going to hit me on the head? So you're going to give me something today. I know you're going to take it away tomorrow.
And I just want to ask, we cannot have any more union bailouts. We can't have any more stimulus packages that don't work. The American people are tired and they want to see solutions, but you have the election coming up in November.
All right, Leslie, let me ask you about some of these programs real quick. Cash for Clunkers, first-time homebuyer tax credit. We just got automotive numbers that were dismal in August. The housing situation is horrible here. Aren't these just, I believe Peter Marisi coined the phrase this morning, steroidal, where they give it a temporary boost, and then months down the road, it's all as if nothing had ever happened?
Well, first of all, even though I'm one of the most impatient people alive, I think we all know it didn't take 18 months to get here, folks. It's going to take more than 18 months to get out and to get back on track. And it's taking longer, and it's going at much more of a snail's pace. But if right now your bank called you and said, I'm going to give you a temporary reduction in your mortgage, would you take it? Because that's what Americans need right now, is the temporary relief, the temporary, the training wheels, if you will, to help them buy that car, to help them buy that first home. The numbers show that. So if we extend this temporarily, as the economy does turn around, and in a sense we catch up, yes, I think it's a smart move. I don't think it's a Band-Aid on something that needs major surgery.
All right, we got to run. I tell you what, though, eventually you're going to have to learn to ride, and you got to fall off that bike. All right, on deck.
I do agree.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you so much, by the way. On deck coming up, government wants